Okay, so yes, the Port of Dover, a key international gateway for the southeast. If you didn't know already, around 43% of all UK exports are to the EU, and around 53% of all the UK's imports are from the EU, which is the UK's largest and nearest trading partner. Guess which is the closest port to our largest and nearest trading partner? Dover is, because of geography, Europe's busiest international roll-on ferry port, closely followed by the port of Calais, to which it goes, as well as Dunkirk. I think you've heard this statistic this morning, but up to £122 billion worth of the UK's trading goods flow through Dover. That's about 17%. We handle about 2.6 million freight vehicles a year, 2.3 million tourist vehicles, and also around 12 million passengers. Now, the cross-channel ports of Dover, Calais, Dunkirk, and of course we mustn't forget the Channel Tunnel either, they ensure that your shops have food, flowers, drinks, drugs, and many other goods when people want or need them. They ensure that car manufacturers operating across Europe have the components needed on the assembly line at just the right time. And in fact, I think last week or the week before, BMW were being interviewed on the Today programme, saying that around 2,000 lorries a day come through Dover, carrying all the various car components from across the various automotive companies. Now, together with Eurotunnel, the cross-channel corridor handles almost a third of the UK's trading goods. It's about £210 billion. And now these are supplying just-in-time supply chains. So what is the importance of this transport system in the southeast to the users of these cross-channel ports and the users of these businesses? Well, half of Dover's, and I dare say Eurotunnel's freight traffic, actually goes beyond London to support economic activity in the Midlands and the North. And 2/3 of Irish exporters go through this UK land bridge via the southeast to get to mainland Europe and beyond. Why? It's the quickest, it's the cheapest, it's the most efficient. You can go from 10 hours from Ireland across to Calais via the UK land bridge. You're up to about 20 plus hours if you're going direct from Ireland to somewhere like Cherbourg, or something like 38 hours if you're going direct from Ireland to Zeebrugge. In the last 5 years alone, freight traffic through Dover has grown by about a third. So Dover and the wider cross-channel corridor, and therefore the southeast transport system, are critical to the economic health and well-being of the rest of the UK, Ireland and mainland Europe. In fact, there is no substitutable capacity anywhere else in the UK that can handle the type and volume of goods handled if Dover or the tunnel fall over. The key to success is traffic fluidity. We have to keep that traffic and that trade moving. This is, of course, important at the port itself. We've invested 85 million in our Eastern Docks ferry terminal and are investing 250 million in our Western Docks to enhance capacity and resilience. But you're only as good as the weakest link in the supply chain. So beyond the port, we rely on the strategic road network. For us, that's the M20A20 and the M2A2, to support the key gateways handling all of this road freight. To put it in practical day-to-day terms, up to 10,000 freight vehicles a day, or 16,000 including Eurotunnel, pass through Kent. Now, Dover's freight traffic alone is a queue of 180 kilometres if it doesn't move. And that goes all the way from Dover, up the M20, around the M25, over the Dartford crossing, up the M11, all the way to Stansted Airport. So you have to keep that moving, otherwise South East has got a problem, and the Midlands has got a problem. Probably the rest of the UK have a problem too. So what are the shortcomings and the issues around the current transport infrastructure? Well, the two routes serving Europe's busiest ferry port and our just-in-time economy don't provide the resilience needed to handle any significant disruption or any significant growth. The A20 passes straight through the middle of Dover, several roundabouts and traffic lights, and is part of a local gyratory system. So you're mixing local and international traffic together. Our other route, the A2, is a single carriageway for the last 5 miles and is inadequate as a second primary route to the port, especially if the M20 has a problem and everything diverts over across to the A2. Everything gets caught up together. So prioritising strategic road investments to improve the resilience of our key gateways is not happening, or at least not consistently, and needs to. So what does David think that businesses need from the South East transport system? Well, the South East, and I think this has been a theme throughout the day, is the key link connecting all of the UK's subnational economies with our largest trading partner. The South East must acknowledge, celebrate and embrace its role, not turn it away in order that investment is targeted at promoting this. Geography, again, will not change. Even in Brexit terms, the UK is not going to sail across to the other side of the world to do trading deals. The UK is going to stay exactly where it is. Now, Brexit is a critical issue for the South East. It's a critical issue for us. You may have heard us mentioned a few times. It's a real challenge, but again, the key is flow. Investments must be focused on keeping traffic and trade moving, not parking it offline somewhere, such as in a giant lorry park, and hoping that the problem goes away. The South East role, as I say, will not change. And in fact, we've just finished a survey with the British Chambers of Commerce, surveying all of their members, which showed that over 2/3 of traders are not likely to change their supply chains. And a third of traders are saying that the road and rail access to the key ports are not meeting their business requirements. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same third that are coming across those cross-channel routes. We're forecasting 40% growth by 2030. That's 20,000 lorries a day coming through Kent and the South East. So if the South East thrives, we all thrive, and that's a key message in terms of where transport investment nationally should be targeted. But we need the right investment to our key gateways in order to do so, and the need to understand the implications of investments, such as investments which we support in the Lower Thames Crossing, but what will that do to traffic flows further downstream? So an effective and resilient road freight transport system for the South East is needed, one that has flexibility and capacity built in, as that supports everyone. Thank you.